Hey, Troy, so we all know, you were always passionate about playing the game, but what a lot of people might not know about your career, you didn't watch an NFL game until you actually played in one. And with being a football junkie in that sense of watching all the games as a player, how were you such a football savant on the field? Because I have a story I'd like to share with you, and you might not remember this. Because when we watch Troy, you always seem to know where to go. Right. And you didn't really start watching NFL games until you actually became in the NFL. But how did you become such a football savant? You answer that question. I'm going to share something with you. Let me see if you remember this story.
Well, first of all, I would never consider myself a savant in football or any the negative effects of the savant. One thing I'll say about the game of football, I just love to play it. Like to me, it was just about playing the game, the hitting, the tackling, the catching long, deep balls. Those are the sort of things that really excited me about the game, not necessarily the festivities that surrounded the game, whether it was Pro Bowls or concerts or whatever the case is, and the fans and whatnot. It was just I really enjoyed playing the game. So in that way, those are the sort of things that the little nuances that I enjoyed picking out in people and looking. One thing that I'll say about playing the game is as much as I could when my body was capable, I love to practice. To me, those were the things that I actually enjoyed even more than the games, because it just reminded me of more Thanksgiving football. We had no pressure. Coaches' butts weren't all tight, worrying about schematics and all these sort of things. So to me, like just getting out there and really enjoying practice, those are the things that I really enjoyed about the game, is just really playing the game of football.
Yeah. So, I think this was 2006. I was starting. It was me and Ike. I can't remember who we were playing, but we were in Hinesville. First drive, first quarter. I remember I saw Troy walking to talk to Ike. And you were asking Ike what route he got on this particular formation. Then you came to me and you was like, BMac, what did you get on this formation? Right. I said, I think I got a curl or something like that. I was like, I got a curl. He was like, okay, thank you. And you just walked off. You didn't say nothing. I'm like, freak. I said, and then you went to the sideline. He went to the sideline, you start praying. I was like, what the freak? What's going on? So I said, hey, what Troy asked? He's like, man, Troy being Troy. You know how Troy being Troy. I said, what did he ask? He asked me what route I got. I said, but he didn't say nothing else. He just asked the route. We answered the question. He just walked off. Bro, in the fourth quarter, at that time, it didn't register, but they came out in the same formation. But they reversed the size. They reversed the strength. And lo and behold, we got the same routes from a different strength of the formation. Troy goes and picks something. Play made, everybody jumping. We all happy, win the ball game. I didn't realize it until we actually watched film on Monday. That, I said, how he knew that? So I'm in the back, because you remember I was sitting in the back row. You used to always be in the front of our meeting row, right? So I said, I said, that's the same situation that Troy would talk. He's like, man, baby Jesus, man. Baby Jesus be knowing what's going to happen before it happens, man. We can't do that, man. Don't even try to figure out how he did that. That's baby Jesus. Like, I said, dang. I said, bro, how? He's like, man, that's baby. You say, Ward, that's baby Jesus. Ward be trying to figure out what Ward doing, man. Here's
what I'll say about our defense. One thing that I thought was an advantage to us, for us, was that, we played the same defense, the exact same terminology, the exact same hand signals for 30 years.
Yes, no question.
No, I'm serious. 30 years. This is like
he's not lying.
All the way back to like the early 90s.
Yes.
So for me, the one thing that when you see things, when you play the defense enough, how it's going to be attacked. How quarterbacks can attack. The weaknesses. The strengths of the defenses, and I'm BMac. There's a lot more stories about me messing up the plays than making the plays. But to me, those are the sort of things that I really enjoyed about playing that same defense. Is that you really understood the nuances of how you're going to be attacked, the routes that are hard to match up with and whatnot. So, late in the fourth quarter are usually the times when you can take advantage of those things, thinking that they fall into these same sort of patterns.
Oh. Another story too, hey, Pat, Pete, and the unique thing about our defense, Dick LeBeau gave us the free will to change things on the fly. As long as we were all on the same page. I think this was 2010. We were playing Atlanta, the first game of the season. They kept hitting us with these deep 20-yard comebacks. Pat P. So it's like, 20-yard comeback. You thinking it's a go ball. They bit it. Bam. Matt Ryan, timing route. They just kept hitting us with these comebacks with Roddy Wright and the other pass catchers. And the game got in overtime. And the reason why those comebacks were so effective, because we were oftentimes in a certain zone. Because I think I empty checked that game was a generic zone, right? Cover 3 zone. And they kind of knew it.
3 or something like that, probably.
Yeah. So, in a cover 3 zone, especially if you got 2 removed, I can't really be aggressive on the outside comeback because I gotta have 2 streaking.
Divider.
Exactly. Troy came to me on my side. I don't know if you remember this, Troy, or not. And I shared this story with Brian Baldingler, and he broke it down. Troy said, Mac, they come out of empty. I'm going to replace you. You replace me. So Troy was actually, I think he was the seamer on that play. So what Troy was going to line up and show a cover 2 shell, but we were going to be playing cover 3. So on the snap of the ball, Troy was going to run directly to the flats, and I was going to replace Troy. Matt Ryan had no idea what the freak was going to happen because he was thinking, I'm going to get the same results I've been getting the entire ball game, which is completing this comeback, march down the football field, find a way to win this game in overtime. But because of Troy being instinctive and communicating with me, I was like, okay, cool, run it. Because, heck, them comebacks was tough anyway. Man, on the snap of the ball, Troy comes directly out from the half safety, going directly to where the break of the comeback was going to be. Matt Ryan had no idea 43 was going to be there. Toe tap, interception, Steelers win. And I was like, I was just only mad at Troy because I'm like, dang, Troy, it took you that long to switch, to improvise. We could have did this in the first half of the game and probably would have stopped one of these comebacks.
When I knew I was done is when I was out there and I'll say, hey, you play curl flat, I'll play this. And then the coaches came in and saw, I'm like, hey man, he ain't never played curl flat before. I'm like, come on. So here I am trying to manipulate everything, putting people in the wrong positions.
Hey, Troy used to do that all the time. We would improvise on the fly. Troy could be like the half safety, say, Mac, you go with my half, I'm gonna get your flats. Done. Run it. Let's run it. There's no problem. We're gonna run it. And before you know it, the quarterback's like, man, what the freak did they just do? But all of us used to do the same thing, Pat P. Pat P, you would have loved how we played the game. Like it could be, you can have a flat, or you can play half safety, or you can be the half safety. You're supposed to be playing man to man. You know what I'm saying? It was, and we were all on one accord, which made us so unique, man. It was a thing of beauty, man. But Troy it'd be 2-man. We supposed to have half safety. Troy would say, hey, lock it. I'm gone.
Turn to cover 0. And I end up being the free player.
When you in the huddle, when you break the huddle, you say, I got that 2-man. Oh, I got a chance to really, I'm in cruise control and I can be aggressive. Right before they hike the ball, BMac, lock it. I'm gone. Oh, now I got to switch my whole thought process. Like, I got to get into 0. I ain't got no help.
Hey, man.
Lock it. I'm gone. You don't get a chance to, hey, Troy, hold on. What you say? You don't even get a chance to have the back and forth. He just say, lock it. I'm gone. And now he's getting to wherever it is he going.
Yeah. Right.
And listen, as soon as I saw a corner on a tight end, to me, that was automatic.
Oh, no question. Right. Lock it. I'm going elsewhere. He's going to make a play.
No doubt about it.